Welcome to Culture No Cap. I'm your host, Eric Spencer, along with co-host Reverend Eric Helton in the building. What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good, man. Why you so serious, man? What's going on?
I'm disheartened.
Oh, man. I know you are. I'm gonna lift you up this podcast, man. I'm gonna lift you up. Man. Seriously,
Okay.
you need it. Go ahead and talk about it. Just look. I'm gonna give you the floor. To get out your frustrations.
What's there to say? What's there to say?
There's plenty to say.
I mean, America proved itself to be racist and misogynistic.
That's the first thing you're going for is racist. Oh, come on.
Yeah, because you saw the two candidates.
Okay.
How was it even a race? Oh, excuse me, it wasn't a race.
Don't you think that's the easy route though, to bring race?
Sometimes the obvious answer is the correct answer.
So she got most of the popular vote. She got it. So you're saying
he got it.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying he. Yeah, he got all the popular votes. So you're saying it's because of racism.
Yeah.
America's racist. That's
not just racism, misogyny.
And misogyny.
Yeah. Oh. And don't tell me it's the economy. It's the economy. Man.
Okay.
You and I were talking the other day.
Mm-hmm.
The prices of stuff was high. People didn't realize the economy was as bad as it was till Trump told you.
I mean, people felt it. You don't think people felt like they were paying too much for groceries?
Okay, they felt it. But one candidate had a plan. The other candidate just said, vote for me and your prices will go down and you'll have more money and you'll have this and you'll have that.
But wasn't the real reason?
Oh, the real reason was she's a black woman.
But she wasn't popular. She was not popular.
How wasn't she?
I'm gonna say Michelle Obama. Probably she could have won.
Let me know she couldn't. You know what?
Why?
Because of this country that we in, no woman will ever be president.
I don't believe that.
I believe that. I believe that 100%. And when Trump goes on the frat boy tour, and now he's got these young boys voting for him too, who have no clue about anything. They're gonna keep it going. There will never be a woman president.
But again, the question is, did she run a strong race?
Yes.
Did she run a strong race? You really think she ran a strong race? Honestly.
She only had 107 days. Yes.
She chose to do that. She chose to run. So don't give me how many days she had. I know she didn't have a lot of time, but again, you work with what you have.
Okay. And she worked with what she had, and she did a great job with what she had. You're talking about, I mean, the reason this dude won is because he went on the bro tour. He went on the bro tour, and he's see.
Why she didn't go on the bro tour? Why didn't she do that? Why didn't she counter what he did? Why didn't she counter what she? That's what I'm asking. Like, sometimes I feel like the Democratic Party, they're so nice. They play by all the rules. They're gonna have to get dirty. I'm not saying be as dirty as Trump. I'm not saying that, but they're gonna have to.
Well, clearly, if you be as dirty as Trump, you can win.
So, do you want to win, or do you want to be nice?
So
that's the question.
But what are we looking for? This is what kills me. People talk about, and the Democratic Party, they try to welcome everybody.
Okay.
And sometimes it's to their detriment. But these people who say, well, we're conservative and we have Christian values, but you don't try to welcome everybody.
So we know who Trump is.
Yeah, and they still voted for him.
But we never really got to know who she was. It It mattered. It mattered to some people.
Yeah, but we know who he is.
Mm-hmm, we do.
And how in the world can you say this is what we want?
Because
that's who he is.
Right, but that's what some people, they didn't care about his character as much as they didn't like her.
That speaks to America. That speaks. I don't know what presidential is because it's not anything. There were standards that we had for our presidents.
Okay, so times have changed, obviously.
Yeah, so you adjust. We have no standards at all.
But you adjust with the times. If you want to win, you got to adjust with the times. So Michael Jordan, he wasn't dunking the whole time. He went to the jump shot, right?
So, but you want them to just speak hate. He ran his campaign on hate. And these people are so see.
They needed to
make it through this one without cussing.
No, but listen. You got to meet fire with fire, right?
No, there were some things that they should have clapped back.
They should have. They didn't. They should have.
They talk about Kamala's for they, them. What she should have clapped back and said, that's a Trump era policy. So
but she did.
That's his thing.
But she did.
Yeah, I'm saying it, but it's his thing. She didn't clap back on it.
She had several opportunities.
She should have clapped back on it. She should have, when he's banging the border. She should have kept banging. Look, it took us 3.5 years, but we had a bill and you stopped it because you wanted to run on it. Yeah, she should have come a little harder. That does not change the fact that this man is a known jackass.
You got to play harder. You got to fight. You got to fight harder. You just said it. You just said it right there why she lost. Right there. She didn't meet him. She was trying to play nice. You can't play nice with this guy if you want to beat him. Right?
Why do people want to vote for him? The question isn't why didn't they vote for her, is why did they vote for him?
Because they didn't like her. They didn't know her. They didn't get a chance to even know who she was because she didn't run a great race. She didn't come out. Well, let's talk about when she did that one interview, right? She was nowhere to be found most of her vice presidency, right? We joked about it on here. Well, we joked about it. Where's Kamala? Like, where's Waldo? We did that, and it was funny. But then it turned into, okay, she got there, then she wouldn't talk to anybody. We're like, when is she going to do an interview? You said she's got to do an interview. Why wasn't she doing an interview?
She was trying to get other things together. She did do interviews.
Okay, first one was with Tim Walz.
Yeah, and then she did other ones. She ended up doing more than him because he stopped doing them because his mouth.
How you think she did?
I thought she did well.
You think she answered the Fox question?
On the View question, she messed up on that.
They didn't prep her. They did not prep this woman to win. They set her up to lose. Be honest, man. They set her up to lose.
I cannot believe that you're going to sit here and act like there's no racism, there's no misogyny to this.
I didn't say that. It's there. It's always going to be there. But so it's there. So you got to play a different game. That's the start.
If she walked on water, if she parted the Red Sea, some of them folk was not going to vote for him.
I don't believe that because you just had Barack Obama. How many years ago he won?
He ain't a woman.
Black man. But he's a black man, right?
Barack wouldn't have beat Trump.
Yes, he would have beat Trump. He definitely would have beat Trump.
No, he wouldn't.
Well, no, you're right because America has changed. I will say that.
It's gotten worse.
Well, yeah, that, but also you can't sell me hope anymore. You can't sell me hope.
And that's
you can't sell people hope. You got to show them money. You got to show them.
What did Trump show you? All Trump said was, if you reelect him, you won't have a country anymore. Now, who really believe that?
Well,
you won't have a country anymore. If you do, they're foolish. They daggone fools. See what I'm talking about?
but I'm saying you can't sell people on hope and better America. You can't sell that anymore. And the Democrats have not adjusted to that at all right now. They haven't adjusted.
Maybe they think that there should be an innate good inside of people. It's not.
It's not.
I have zero faith.
You know that. You knew that. You knew that. I know that. Everybody knows there's misogyny is racism in this world. So pivot. Do what you got to do. You got to go harder. You gotta go harder.
She couldn't be unblack.
That's not. I'm saying that's there. That's a given. That's a given.
I mean, I don't know what changes she could have made. They would not have voted. And I was foolish enough to believe that we were at a point where she could be elected.
I know you were. I was trying to
believe it.
I didn't believe it. I didn't. I came on here several times. Yeah, she got the America we live in. I didn't believe it.
But it's not racist. And let me tell you something. Because all these people I'm watching. I think it was MSNBC. They were interviewing a Latino couple that had voted for Trump.
Right.
And she said this Latino company had came over in the 80s illegally.
Okay.
They came over illegal. During Reagan's time, he had offered this amnesty, and they became citizens. They voted for Trump because Trump is against illegals. You know why? Because they're different. We're different.
Mm-hmm.
These immigrants that come over now, they're killers and criminals. I can't say what I was saying in the car talking to myself. We've got family members who are still illegal, but they're good people. They won't do anything to them. How doggone dumb are you? Why are you voting against your own self-interest? Why are you voting against your family? Man, these people are insane. And you poor white people.
Uh-oh.
Thinking that you're going to get some money and you're going to get some lower taxes. It ain't happening. You keep right on voting, cutting off your, nose to spite your face.
Spite your face.
Man.
So, pretty much you telling me Michelle wouldn't have won.
No, she wouldn't have won.
She would have definitely won.
Taylor Swift wouldn't have won.
You know, wait a minute now. Taylor definitely would have won.
I have zero, because these whole women and this whole sisterhood, we sisters, and we're gonna be in this together. We're gonna vote for our reproductive freedom, and we're gonna do this. Them same broads voted for abortion and for Trump.
So what meant the most to these people? And please don't say it was racism. Really, what do you think meant the most to women? The women that voted against Kamala, voted for Trump.
You know what? You told me don't say racism.
I know, because it's got to be likability a little bit, man. Was she the
Did you see who she was running against?
Don't do that. Okay, take Trump out of the equation. Please, just take him out and talk about her. That's really why she lost, right? It's because of that stuff. You can't do that.
It's two people running.
You can't. But you can.
Who you're gonna pick? It's two people running.
You know how you can make somebody, you can big somebody else up without bringing somebody else down. It's one of those situations. You can talk about there you go again. Let's talk about her.
We're moving the goalpost when it comes to Trump. That's
I'm not
the damn problem with this country. Everybody's moving the goalpost. He can do whatever. He can say whatever. Just a few months ago, Joe Biden was too old to be president. Now he can be the oldest president we've ever had. You just move the goalpost. So
tell me again about her. Without bringing up him, what were her strong points? What were her weak points in her race? What were her strong points?
She did connect with her crowd.
You think so? So who's her crowd? That's what I want to know. Who's her crowd?
Who's Trump's crowd? Her base.
Stop. Quit bringing him up. Just talk about her.
I can't do it without bringing him up.
That's a problem, though. Just talk about her. Because she's running her own race. She's running her race. Let her run her race.
Skip and Shannon. Skip.
No, I'm serious. I want you to say, I want you to talk about her and her good points without bringing him up. It's hard to do.
She had a good plan to taking care for families that are taking care of babies and adults. She's trying to bring those types of things. She's got her new home buyer thing. She's got her new business thing. She's got these things.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Trump had a concept of a plan of destroying. Well, I'm sorry. Because you
can't do it.
Because you're gonna say, well, that's nothing. What did this do?
That's what I'm saying. You keep bringing him up. Just talk about her. What did she do to make the voters want to vote for her?
Clearly, nothing.
Take him out. I know.
Clearly nothing.
And we talked about how the Democratic Party has gone so far left. So far left. We said this, and you agreed. Did that stop? Did you change your mind on that? Do you think the Democratic Party is somewhere in the center now? Or do you think they're still
No. Now they but I did think about it. They are trying to welcome everybody. But what is wrong with that?
By welcoming everybody, you exclude others at some point. But
why? Because they have a prejudice?
I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying that it does alienate a group of people that have certain religious beliefs when you start talking about LGBTQ. It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Look at the God that you got.
Again, we ain't even talking about him. We talking about
something today. One of his clubs was the first one to let gays in.
But I don't think he's running an anti-gay anything, right? Have you think Trump is anti? Okay, again, there's a difference.
There's a difference.
Okay, there's a difference.
But at the end of the day, they're still people.
They are. Totally agree. But there are a group of people who feel like their freedoms are in jeopardy because the left is
how somebody else is.
Oh, you know where I'm going.
What you eat don't make me go to the bathroom.
But if you go in the bathroom, you see a man is transitioning.
See, those things are too far. Those things are too far.
But that's where they are. That's where they are. That's what they believe.
When's the last time we had that argument, though?
Who, me and you?
No,
or just in general? Oh,
it's been years since they started doing the bathroom thing.
But it's still people. Go ahead.
They do, yeah, I got issues with men playing sports against women.
But they don't.
And there's got to be limits.
But they're so all or nothing on both sides. It's that way on the right too. It's all or nothing. You're killing babies at 9 months. You're taking them out of the womb, slitting their throat. It's extreme. It's too extreme on both sides. We said this. And that was the identity that she had to deal with. She had to deal with all those things in this race. Is that fair to her? It's not fair. They set her up to lose. They knew she wasn't going to win.
I don't think they thought she was going to lose.
You don't think they really?
You got to think all the intel they've been getting and all this stuff because these people lie.
Mm-hmm.
All these people think, yes. But you know what? And I've told you before, that's because people are ashamed to say they're going to vote for Trump, which is a sign. If you are ashamed to say you're going to vote for him, you probably don't need to vote for him.
Well, let's just say your friend, let's say they're not racist and they vote for Trump because they like his plan for the economy. Who knows? Let's say that, right?
Tariffs.
Or whatever it is. Maybe they like tariffs. Maybe they like this idea. Let's just say they like that. So you take that and it's is that enough? Would you call them racist just because they vote for Trump? You think every person who votes for Trump is a racist?
No, I would never call anybody a racist just because they vote for Trump.
Okay.
I would say that racism don't bother them as much as it does me.
Yeah,
it's not a deal breaker because they haven't had the experience.
There you go. So do we expect people to be more empathetic to racism that don't face racism?
Why? Black people, especially black women is always fighting somebody else's fight. I've had to tell my daughter about this. Quit fighting other folk fight. Yeah. Because when you need somebody to fight for you, they're not going to fight for you. And that's exactly what happened. You can sit there and black people will love to go fight for LGBTQ rights. And we right there on the front line with them and fighting for them. And then when we in line fighting for the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, them gays is at the house.
Some of them.
Them gays is at the house. They not standing there fighting for you. Black folks, we need to stop doing that.
But according to the left, we're all the same. We're all the same. It's inclusive, right?
Yeah,
they're with us. It's the same. They're fighting the same rights we were fighting for.
Well, why ain't they fighting with us when we fighting for something that ain't got nothing to do with them?
Good question. Ask the Democrats. That's a great question. I want to know the same. I'm with you on that. It's been like that for years.
I'm done fighting for them. I'm done.
You say you're done.
I'm done.
But there you go again. You want people to be sympathetic or empathetic to our needs and our struggle. But you saying that you don't. What about their struggle? What about their struggle?
If we fighting with them for their struggle, and they don't fight for ours,
are we really fighting for their struggles?
You don't think especially black women reach out and try to fight everybody else to fight?
Black women. I'm saying black men.
Well, I'm telling you what, I ain't. And any of y'all that voted for him, when they stop you and frisk you, don't call me. Let's call the preacher. Nope. Did they vote for Trump? Sorry, God's still working on me. Yep. God's still working on me. Sorry.
You know you ain't right.
Because this is what you asked for. This is what you wanted.
You just said I'm
not going to do anything that he hadn't told you he's going to do. I'm going to have concepts of thoughts and prayers for you.
No, you said you pray for everybody. Everybody.
I was starting to get concepts of prayers now.
Come on, man. Come on, preacher.
Man.
Come on, man. Don't let this take you down. You can't, man.
Man, I am disheartened.
You really are. Yeah, I've been with you this week. As far as I've been with you, I seen you this week, and I could tell. And it took a lot out of people. And for those people, man, I feel bad for them. I didn't know people were that hopeful. I really didn't know.
I'm gonna tell you what my wife said the other day. She had woke up in the middle of the night, and she came back in the bedroom. And 3 times I asked her, "What are you doing up on this Trump Saturday?" Other than I was asleep. This has messed me up, man.
It has. It's messed you up, man. But it shouldn't, though. It should. This is something we've been dealing with for our whole life. We know how this country feels. This is America.
And I tried to think. I mean, I thought we was better than this. And from day one, what did I tell you? My biggest fear is how them people gonna act. And it ain't got to January 20th yet, and now they got these texts and stuff going out.
The text messages going out to the college students was crazy.
I mean, they are actually. It's on the news now. They're investigating. The FBI is investigating because he's sending it to a whole lot of folks.
Yeah. But I mean, he got his fools. There's fools out there. There's fools out there acting off of fear and ignorance. And what do you do about it, though? What can you do? What can we do at this point? He's the president. What can we do?
We can't do anything, and he's not going to call it out, which is another reason you dumb black folk who voted for him watch.
So, let's talk about that.
Don't call him.
He got 15% of the black vote this time. Last time he got 12. How did this happen? How did this happen, man?
Well, even for that, black folk, he got more the last time than he got the first time. I don't understand. But his rhetoric has not changed.
I wonder if it's, I don't even think it's him though. I think it's really, again, I think it goes back to the party. I don't think it's him.
It could, but it's this guy. I've been trying to tell you, if now, before I said, if you choose to be a Republican, hey, your values, okay, it's Trump. Here's the problem now, especially with him winning like this and getting the popular vote too.
Yeah.
The Republican Party ain't going to be able to step away from that.
Well, I mean, they'll have to step away from that somewhat because he can't run again.
You got little JD right behind him.
He got JD.
And he's young.
He's a chameleon, though. He'll do whatever.
Yeah, and that's what he'll do. Whatever. Now you see how you don't like me to say racist. How racist a lot of these people are. So now you're gonna cater to that part, the ignorant part.
Yeah,
the very fine people on both sides part.
So that's that. We know that part. Again, how do we combat that? How? Not even. I shouldn't even say we. I'm not. We're both independent voters, but the Democratic Party. How do they make the party stronger?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Really?
Because there is racism that's ingrained in people, and it's people raise their kids that way, and they keep pushing it down. I don't see how the Democratic Party, unless they choose to go to David Duke route, can make inroads on that.
Really? You don't think that another black man could be elected president, or at least
a black man has a chance more than a woman, any woman?
Hillary at least won the popular vote.
Yeah.
So again, let's dissect that. How did Hillary win the popular vote and Kamala, she couldn't? What do you think played a role?
Well, Hillary was running for a long time,
and she had
she
ran what, a better campaign, right? I mean,
she had been not necessarily, but and Trump was an unknown.
He was. I'll give you that. He was an unknown.
And people like, we're gonna vote for him because he's an outsider and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
there's a legacy.
He was the underdog that whole time.
Well, that's why I go back to Michelle Obama. I know I keep saying this, but I truly believe that given the backing of Barack, the true backing, that's her husband.
Here's the thing, though.
Nostalgia.
You better think, though. Barack backed Hillary. She lost. Barack backed Kamala. She lost.
Oh, Barack screwed Kamala. She lost. I'll still say that was a bad move. When he called out black men like that, I think that was, I don't know, it was a bad move on his part. Well, we talked about it a little bit. You said you think he was just trying to get.
Yeah, I think they got set up. I do think. I think they got tricked. Trump, like I said, he got a few more black men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there was that trend. It was trending that way anyway. But the way they had pushed it, that he was making all these inroads with black people, black men, Barack felt like, I need to step in. Yeah, they got played.
Got played a little bit. Got played. Then she comes out with this plan for black men that entailed what, Bitcoin or something silly.
But see, she's trying to adjust. She's trying to do all this stuff on the fly.
The day of the career politician is over. Let's just say it. Let's say what it is. The day of the career politician, the traditional politician, is done. We're here. Donald Trump, social media guy.
You think we should run for office?
Reality TV person. I'll try to get you to run. You said no.
I think we should run.
I think you should.
I said we.
There's not a party for me.
Can we run as a team?
There's not a party for us. It might be a party for you. I don't know. You can't.
You mean it's not a party for us?
It's not a party for it. Again, that goes. I think there needs to be a true third party, a real one, not this other crap, the green and all that crap, a libertarian. It needs to be a third party. Legit.
I think we should run.
What would you run under? The Green Party or Democrat?
I'd go as a Democrat.
I know you would. Nope. Nope.
Why?
Nope. I just wouldn't do it, man. It's gotta they gotta recalibrate. They gotta calibrate some things.
We can be that change they're looking for, bro.
They ain't want none, man.
We can be that change they're looking for.
We're not into Bitcoin and whatever else.
We
got a plan for it.
We can be the change they're looking for.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. But yeah, I mean, seriously, there needs to be. I mean, we can talk about the blame game because they're blaming the Puerto Ricans, they're blaming the white women, the black men, the non-voters. Who is to blame, in your opinion?
Do you need a list? First off, I'm down to 2.
I know where white women and I forgot about the Mexicans, but
white women and non-voters.
The non-voters. Why were there so many non-voters? I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but I know people. You know people. We know people. It was like,
I mean, last I looked, it was like 15, 20 million people who didn't vote.
Is that what it was? I didn't see the number.
Yeah, last I looked, and that made a change. That was like a couple days ago.
What do you think that was about? You think it was just burnout, frustration? What was it?
I mean, I don't know. I can't answer it.
Yeah, I mean, I have ideas.
You and I were there, but then we got past it.
We were there. We were like, these people. Why would I vote for either one? That was when Biden was still running. It was like, why would we vote for them?
Yeah.
Then we saw her and we're like, all right. Mm-hmm. We changed. Right. We changed. But I don't think people changed like we did. They kind of saw them as the same.
But the thing is, Trump still got more and more unhinged.
Mm-hmm. But did that change her? Was she able to separate herself from him? Is the question. That's what I keep asking you.
What you mean from Biden?
Yeah, that's hard to do.
She couldn't. And first off, she was loyal, even when everybody else in the party was saying Joe need to sit down. She never said it. She was loyal to that man. She was. And to maybe loyalty got her. Maybe it did.
To a fault. But she was loyal to a fault. She was.
I still believe when history looks back at Joe Biden, he's not going to be the failure of a president that Donald Trump has told you he is.
That they're saying. A lot of people saying that, yeah, that he is. I mean, people are going to look at the numbers. They're going to look at the economy. They're going to blame him. They're going to blame him for dropping out of the race. They're going to say, why did he drop out of the race? Like, was it that bad? It was that bad for him to drop out. We said
he didn't need to run.
Do you think if they had got someone other than Kamala Harris to run, do you think they could have separated themselves and had a better chance to win?
See, the whole thing is all they could not have in the time frame that it happened. They had to go with Kamala anyway. You don't have time.
It would have been tough.
Now, if he had stuck to what he said at the very beginning and said, I'm going to be a one-term president, yeah, maybe somebody else would have been there.
And that might be his downfall. His pride, his ego, maybe pride more than ego.
But it is concerning. Hey, but you know what?
He was forced to sign.
Hey, but you know what? In hindsight, Joe Biden said, I'm the only one that can beat Donald Trump. He's the only one that has.
True. But no, I ain't gonna go there, but it was a different time. I will say it was a different time.
Yeah, Trump was better then. Think about it. He was better then because this is before the insurrection.
Well, man, insurrection didn't
phase them not one damn bit.
I'm saying it didn't bother a lot of people.
I'm telling you, America is jacked up.
I think
they didn't bother them not one bit, and they was threatening to do it again.
I think they hated the way he handled COVID more than they hated the insurrection. COVID was
said it was fake anyway.
Well, you got that. You got that, idiots. But yeah, but I'm just saying, as far as you're right, he did beat him, but there was a lot going on. It was social unrest. It was COVID.
Yeah, Trump.
There was a lot going on in
2020. And here, once again, he's sitting there Tuesday night talking about Tuesday afternoon talking about big cheating in Pennsylvania, police on the way, and then he started winning. Never heard anything else about that cheating. I'm really glad this whole election went off with no cheating at all.
Oh man, he's a jerk. He's a jerk. But my question is, do you want this jerk that is now let me finish. This jerk that is now our president, the president of the United States, 47. Do you want him to succeed?
It depends.
No. Well, how does it depend? Do you want him to succeed or not?
Do I want the country to succeed? Yeah, I do. But do I want him to succeed at his agenda? The country is going to have to succeed despite him. This the dude talking about a purge, just one really violent day. This the dude talking about police being able to have carte blanche and do whatever they want to do, and there be no repercussions. Do I want him to be successful at that stuff? Do I really want him to be successful at separating kids from their parents?
You're talking about immigration.
Yeah.
So do you want our border to be secure, though?
The border needs to be secure. It does.
Okay.
But you're talking about busting up in people's houses. The kids that have been here, the kids are actually American citizens, splitting them up. Do I want him to be successful at that kind of stuff? No, I don't.
But you want the country to be successful under his reign.
Okay. Yeah. I don't see the simpleton style that they had where we're going to do whatever we can to make sure Barack Obama's unsuccessful.
Not that. Yeah. And it should be that.
That's not America first.
No, I'm with you. It shouldn't be that way, but a lot of people are thinking that way because of what he puts out. He puts out, all the rhetoric we talked about before.
Yeah. I would like for the country to be successful, but let me tell y'all something. I got a black son. I'm more concerned with him being able to make it home at night without being stopped and harassed by the police for no reason than I am at how much your daggone eggs cost.
I get it.
There are different priorities in my household and in my family because we a black family. We got a black son, and we got to worry about now when Trump said the police can do whatever they want to do. But you worried about some doggone eggs.
Yeah, man. Breathe, brother. Breathe. Breathe, man.
Take me a blood pressure pill.
But again, man, we talk about his followers. We call them, sometimes we say cult. Yeah. By derogatory term, but we talk about it. And it's his people that would, including police, policemen that follow him, would take on that same attitude, that same. We do have concerns about that, and we should.
Yeah, because he doesn't criticize it.
That's the problem. We would like for him to speak out. He said he's America's president, right?
Yeah.
For the people, right?
Yeah.
I want to see more. I want to see more than that. I want to see that. I want to see that from him. I do.
Good luck, bro.
I know. I mean, you gotta be optimistic.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to be optimistic. You don't have to be optimistic because you've seen 4 years of it. If this was brand new Trump and we had never seen him before, and he had done all that rhetoric he had before, and you thinking, well, he's in office now, he'll change. No, we didn't have 4 years of it. I have zero expectations of this dude to do anything less than what he said he would do.
But we have to have hope.
You can't sell hope in America, remember?
No, I ain't say you can sell it. I ain't buying, but you have to have it in yourself. You got to believe that things can get better. You have to believe that. You have to have faith that things will get better, regardless of who is in the White House. We got to move on. I know it's been a rough week for people, including myself. I woke up, I'm like, man, I had a headache. I was just like, man, this is not. It bothered me because, like you said, we have daughters, and they see this, and they're like, wow. You know, my daughter's her first time voting. I'm like, I don't want her to get frustrated thinking this is how it goes. But it was a fair election this time. I will say nobody pointed out any kind of issues at the polling.
Because the right guy won.
I know that. You know I know that. But I'm just saying.
I'm glad all them illegal immigrants didn't come over and vote and then go back. This is what y'all wanted. And it's what y'all wanted because he got the popular vote too.
The people have spoken, man. You might not like what they said, but the people have spoken.
It is what it is.
Yeah. And that's why I want to. It is what it is.
I hope you get everything you deserve.
Don't say that. So that's not wishing success in the country, man.
I hope his supporters get everything they deserve. And don't try this. God chose him. No, he didn't. People chose him. God gave you exactly what you asked for. He didn't choose him.
So Kamala would have won, God would have chose her.
I'm not saying no, I'm not even saying that. But I'm saying, don't be trying to say out of all the people in the world, this is who God chose. He chose to deliver us. If he chose him, he chose him to punish us.
Oh God.
Get ready, honey.
You're bitter, man.
Yeah, I'm bitter.
You are bitter. I knew this fight was gonna be like this. I knew it. I knew it.
Before it started, I said, I sure hope this ain't the last one we get to do together.
No, absolutely not. I love it. I love you, man. I want you to get it out. Because I know it's eating you. It's eating you. You
killing me, man.
I know it is. I know it is, bro. And it's killing a lot of people. A lot of people just like, but we never been. When did we get to a point where we even trust government anyway? Did we ever really trust? When have we been a favorite to the government at any point? We always had to do for ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Certain things we learn. And not even when Obama, we knew that wasn't some magic pill that made America great again. Nope. Or for the first time, we knew it wasn't. It's just this hit different.
Yeah, I know you were thinking it was going.
I really thought it was going to win.
You thought it was going to be the end of him.
Yeah, I thought and now, Trump's legacy is going to live on. Because even when he's gone, this militant MAGA thing is going to keep going.
We talked about a cleansing of America, and I don't mean it in a weird Nazi way. Cleansing is
part of what he means, because the immigrants are poisoning the blood of America. What he said.
Yeah, it's frustrating. That the talk, the rhetoric that follows it's. I get it, man. But again, we are where we are. There's nothing we can do about it. This point.
And that's the thing. The thing that really, and I like to micromanage, and something that you said, man, it cut me. But I mean, you didn't mean it in a bad way.
What I said?
You just told the truth. You said you did your part, and that was the truth. And I was like, man, ain't nothing I can do to fix this. Ain't nothing I can do.
I voted for. You voted for. That's what we did. We got out there. We voted early.
And it just felt helpless. I was like, I mean, really, that's all I can do.
Yeah, and that's what I don't want to happen. Like the first-time voters, I don't want them to get frustrated about this. This is one loss. It lost. It's how it happens sometimes. My first voting experience was Gore.
Yeah, and he got
turned out. I was frustrated. I'm like, dang, it's how it goes.
But there was a peaceful transition to power.
It was. He fought it for a little while, and I don't blame him. But
yeah, but they didn't lead no insurrection.
No, it didn't. So, hate to throw this up there, but what's next for Kamala?
I don't know. I like it. I think she should either hit the lecture circuit or just go find her a school to work at and be a professor.
Be a professor. Yeah, she can definitely do that. But so you don't think she'll run again?
I don't think she can.
Why?
You lost once.
I mean, it took a toll. It takes a toll out of you, just like Hillary. Remember when Hillary lost?
And I know it had to. Man, it had to hit her hard. Because we're all believing she got the chance. We're believing, hey man, it may be Saturday before we even know who the president is. No, it was Tuesday night.
We said Friday at the earliest.
We really did. And I know it had to just. And why should want to go through all that again?
Yeah, we trust the polls.
Why should you want to hear black men say she ain't black because she married to that white dude?
They went after her. It got personal, and I don't think anybody really want to go through that again. The personal shot,
especially running against somebody like Trump.
No,
and I'm tired of you calling me low IQ when you know I'm smarter than you.
Who can beat Trump though? Who's the Democratic Party have? But who's well, that's true. But you just said there'll be a let's say JD Vance. That's who's up next, probably.
We'll have to see who comes out of the ashes.
Because there's not anybody I can think of right now in the Democratic Party that could even contend.
Hakeem Jeffries. Wes Moore out of Maryland.
Wes Moore out of Maryland.
I tell you, I mean, you got to fight fire with fire. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
See, that's the future.
And that's a doggone shame.
That's the future. Unfortunately, that's the future. Reality stars, celebrities. That's the first people they go to for votes. You think about it, they go to them to get notoriety and for them to sign off like, hey, they're the best. Hulk Hogan and whoever. I can't think about Taylor Swift, Beyonce. They go to those people.
How about Sean Connery?
They don't go to him. They go to his wife.
He's still nigrified.
They ain't going to Jay-Z. They go to Beyonce and Taylor Swift, of course. But I'm saying that's the future. I mean, Ronald Reagan was an actor, right?
Yeah. And he acted so well, he still got y'all loving him.
Oh, they love him. He's like the father of the Republican Party, right?
This is not Ronald Reagan's Republican Party.
They love him. They love that dude, man. He did so much dirt.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Dwayne,
but that's where we are. Dwayne. That's who your guy. That's who your next. That's
Dwayne Rock Johnson.
Oh man.
I mean, I do like Hakeem Jeffries. His name is Hakeem. One strike against him.
There you go. Hakeem.
There's one strike against him. You know what?
I mean, Barack Hussein Obama won.
Yeah, he did. Barack came along at the right time. And I don't know if there's ever been anybody as electric as Barack, even now.
Yeah, he sold hope, and he could. I mean, his speeches were remarkable. I mean, nobody could touch that.
There's one mistake I think of that she made.
What's that?
God bless him. She should have ran with Shapiro.
I said the same thing. Tim Walz was the weakest link in that race.
And I think that is a lot of insecurity on her part because Josh Shapiro was such a big personality. She should have ran with him.
And don't leave out the elephant in the room. You know why? What's another reason?
Why? Because he was shrewish.
Because he was what?
Shrewish.
Yeah, that's why. Because he was Jewish.
Yeah, well, her husband Jewish, but yeah, I mean it would have been, but I mean she should. What's said at the beginning? She should have picked him.
Should have picked him. That guy Tim kind of disappeared a little bit.
Because Tim had no desire to be president.
Right. You got to want to be president to become vice president, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, it helps.
Yeah.
So she that's something she should have picked him.
Should have picked him.
Now I do think if she picked him, they're still fighting today.
What do you mean? Oh, you think they're still?
I think they win.
Oh, you think they'll win?
I think they win because she wins Pennsylvania. This is
state. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the state she did win. I mean, she won.
How about the one she didn't win?
No, it'll be shorter. It'll take less time if we talk about the one she did win. And I'm not taking shots at the woman. She won Washington State, of course, Oregon, California, of course, Colorado. I didn't know about New Mexico, of course, Minnesota, Tim Walz.
She didn't win anything she wasn't supposed to win.
Illinois, Virginia. I was kind of on the fence, but I didn't really know how that would go. Wasn't sure about
Virginia. Supposed to win Virginia, but it was tighter than it was supposed to be. New Jersey was tighter than it was supposed to be.
Yeah, but because New Jersey, New York, she won all the.
She lost all them swing states though.
But let's talk about our state. Let's talk about the old Tar Heel.
You knew how that was going to be. You know, I knew she wasn't going to win North Carolina, but I was giving her my vote. I knew she wasn't going to win North Carolina.
I mean, Barack won once. Yeah, she didn't have a chance, man. They just saying Charlotte. I was like Charlotte and Raleigh.
That's it. I knew she wasn't going to win. But here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
I knew she wasn't going to win North Carolina, but I still voted.
Well, you vote because it means your right to vote. And I mean, you should vote, right?
That's what I'm saying. All these 20 million people who didn't vote. Why?
Well, a lot of people are frustrated with politics in general, I think.
Yeah, but they still got to live.
Yeah, but they think that they can live and it doesn't really affect them directly.
Let the right one get in office. And you got the right one, baby.
Well, they just haven't seen it. It's just like it's only going to get worse because, like our parents, they saw what the civil rights movement meant, our grandparents. They saw. But we haven't even seen a lot of it. We've seen some.
We haven't. But it wasn't that long ago.
There you go.
And it ain't no thing for them to trip on back.
Don't say that. See, that's not hope. That's not hope, man. That's not being optimistic.
You just said we can't sell hope. I'm not buying hope.
You can feel hope. You don't have to sell it. You can feel it. You don't feel any kind of hope. No optimism.
What I feel, hope and optimism is Trump is going to be here for 4 more years. He's going to get to put in at least 2 more of the Supreme Court because a couple of them old dudes going to leave. So he's going to stack that. Clarence Thomas is talking about get rid of birth control and gay marriage. Now look, I'm not down with gay marriage, but it's the law. Okay, it ain't gonna be long before they try to take back some other stuff. Now he'll never. One thing that you don't have to worry about: Thomas Clarence will never try to stop interracial marriage because he got a white wife.
You're right. That won't happen. He won't stop that. I don't know. It kind of got brought up one time though. Remember?
Yeah.
He was shaking his butt.
These people's crazy.
It got brought up. I remember.
This is them making America great again.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that. So the Senate. Let's talk about the Senate. Took that.
Yeah.
Took that. That's the scary part. That's scary.
He's gonna be unchecked.
He's unchecked. At this point, he can do whatever he wants. Whatever he wants, he's gonna get.
And how many of them do you think? How many Republicans are gonna stand up to him?
No.
Ain't happening.
Nah, they don't. I mean, why would they?
And,
you have
he's even at this point, his first 4 years, there were people who would try to keep him in check. Of course, he fires them. He already said this time he's trying to find more people who are loyal for his cabinet. He about to act a fool. And you know what? America, this is what you want. I hope you get everything you deserve.
There it is. There's the bitterness. There's back.
Hope you get everything you deserve. Because God's going to take care of me.
Oh, man. You just can't let it bring you down, man. We got 4 years. You can't be like this for 4 years.
Okay.
You cannot. Please don't be like this for 4 years, man. And hey, plus we got a podcast. And we don't want to come on here every week and talk about Trump. Come on, man. We can't.
You sound like my wife. She said, am I going to have to hear about him
exactly
for the next 4 years?
No.
I said, yep.
Crystal, no. You don't have to hear about him.
I don't want to. Yep.
Because we got to move on. He's not going to affect your daily. He shouldn't affect your daily.
You don't think so?
Nah, shouldn't. You might have to hear it at work from coworkers.
Okay, it might not affect my daily, but I bet you it'll affect my weekly.
What, your check?
No, every week there'll be something that happens.
Don't watch the news. Take a break. You need a break from social media, news, dealing with politics. Go back to sports. It's basketball season. And football season. Hockey?
Well, you know what? I used to, first off, we suck anyway. Every day I would listen to Talking Cowboys and the Cowboys break on my way to work.
Mm-hmm.
They come on every day during the season. I ain't listened to it in about 3 weeks.
Because you focus on this. It's time to go back, man. What are you going to focus on this? You going to focus on this for the rest of the year?
I mean, we are in November.
Okay. Are you going to focus on this for the next 4 years? I should say it like that.
Depends on what he does.
I'm going to try to ignore him.
You can't.
I'm going to try my best.
You're not going to be able to, because you're going to be riding somewhere and you're going to see that flag.
I've been seeing it. I never stopped.
People do something. Yeah, it did. It never stopped. But you're going to see them doing something stupid. I pulled into Walmart today. I looked. There they go.
Well, we was talking at work. We were talking about how the people that won, they're kind of poor winners.
They're real paupers.
Yeah, we won. Post, they'll post whatever and pictures of him.
Yeah, just wait though. About time, Ray, when you get pulled over and the police drag you out of there, don't be talking about you was harassed.
Maybe have a Trump stick on his
I'd be like, hey, okay. You saw that dude, his Latino dude that voted for Trump in Texas, and he sent his kids over to play with his neighbor. Neighbor pulled a gun on him. I was a Trump supporter. Said, we don't want your kind around here. Hey,
yeah,
that's what you asked for, bro. Welcome to the family. I have zero pity for him.
So,
welcome to the family. This is what you got.
So it's just gonna be like, hey, you get what you get.
Don't pitch a fit. Shouldn't have voted for him. And
what about the ones who didn't vote?
I ain't got no social media, but I see.
I
see your little nigglets keying. Make sure you be able to key out in 4 years. Since you was marked safe from slavery. Go ahead.
Yeah, what's up with that? Yeah, that's just weird.
Yeah, keep on keying.
That mark safe from slavery is weird.
Yeah, you better wear your dunce cap everywhere you go.
Yeah, stop all that, man. Come on. I mean, have some humility about yourself, at least.
I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you really want to live in a? Do we want to live in a divided country? That's what we do. Do we want to continue to live in a divided country like this? Do we want our kids, our grandkids at this point? We want them to live in that.
That's what's so sad about this election. It ain't about us. Mm-hmm. It's about our kids and our grandkids. And the fact that a woman can't beat this guy, and all this guy says, all this guy stands for, and the majority of the country voted for him, that tells me it's a whole lot easier for us to slip back into hatred, like real hatred. And that ain't for us. We old.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's cool.
Yeah. I mean, morals, morality.
I know that doesn't exist. It don't matter.
And it never really, if we really think about it, did it ever really exist when it came to the government?
I mean, y'all they tried to get Bill Clinton out of office because he got special attention.
Special attention. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah. That's the best way for me to say it on this podcast. He received special attention.
Right.
Trump has done everything. You know, he gave special attention to a microphone just a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. We played that clip last week. That was weird. Yeah, he did this. But that's what I'm saying. That didn't even phase people.
Didn't register.
You think about think about what we even said on here, like the jokes at Madison Square Garden with the racist jokes.
Didn't register at all.
I don't think people care about that stuff anymore.
Yeah, that's
morality. But it's a society, though. We know that we live in that type of society. It's not anything new.
But shouldn't it have gotten better? It's gotten worse.
I mean, I don't think it's. Let me think about this.
Well, let me change that. Things had gotten kind of better. We ain't in Jim Crow.
I'm about to say we're not in Jim Crow. When do you think
we ain't in Jim Crow? Growing up for us, it really wasn't that bad.
I mean,
for us as kids, it wasn't that
bad. What the hope was,
our parents had gone through some rough times.
Yeah, and it keeps getting better.
But for us, but I'm afraid it's gonna flip back.
I don't think it will. I think it gets better for each generation, no matter who's in power. That's just my opinion. I hope that, and you should hope that too.
I hope it.
And pray.
You know, we can't buy hope no more.
We can't buy it. We can't sell it. We can't sell it. We can't buy it. That really pissed you off. I can tell you keep bringing. You can't buy hope. You can't buy it.
Yeah, I'm a little sensitive. Right now.
You are. I was worried about let me tell the listeners this.
Out for saying disheartened.
Yeah, let me tell you, the listeners this. So normally before we go on the podcast, we exchange pleasantries. We're like, "Hey man, how you doing? How's everything?" It was none of that this time. It was, "Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's just go." I was like, "Man, it's not good."
I mean, man. And the thing is, you know, like I told you, I told Crystal, I was like, I gotta get this out for. I said Sunday.
I know. I'm glad we did this on Friday.
It's a Friday, but I done worked on my sermon.
Oh. Now, are we bringing politics into the pulpit? Are we gonna do? Is that what it's come to?
No, that's what they do.
Talk to me. But we want to do what they do.
My sermon is just gonna be, where do we go from here? That's it. Oh, I'm going to acknowledge what happened. But I ain't going to say some of the stuff I would have said.
Oh, man.
I ain't going to talk about how we voted for this guy. 5 kids, 3 baby mamas. I'm not talking about that. I'm not going to talk about how immoral he is. I'm just going to say, how do we move forward now? That's all.
How do we move? So you're going to have that figured out by, or you just going to ask the question?
I'm about to figure it out. I got concepts. I got concepts.
Okay. I done asked you. A few times. You ain't been able to tell me.
I got concepts of the plan.
Okay. All right. Wow.
But I got to write it down because it's definitely one. If I do like Trump and go off, don't
freestyle that one, man.
Yeah,
don't freestyle. We're gonna be all right, man. We're gonna be all right.
I know we're gonna be all right.
Again, this is a time for us to refocus and really think about where we stand in politics. I don't think either party really line up with what me and you, what we talk about. They don't even line up with what we believe for the most part on either side.
No, they don't.
A lot of it they don't.
That's what we should run. We should run.
You really gonna run, aren't you?
Run.
What you want? Mayor?
Heck no.
You gonna go straight president?
Why am I going small beans?
You gonna go all the way to the go to the top,
but all the way.
Yeah. Man, that took something out of you, man.
Broke my heart, man.
You heartbroken. I ain't want to say it. I'm heartbroken.
I am.
Well, you heartbroken. Would you wish it? So if it was closer, it would have been better or worse?
I'm gonna tell you what. If he had done what he always does and lost the popular vote, I'd have been able to handle it better.
That made you feel a little better. Like, well, he didn't win the popular vote, but he won the popular vote.
He won the popular vote. That's
the people. That's the people.
Yeah, this is what the majority of America wants, man. That hurt.
What was it 73? Somewhere around 73.
I don't know. Last time I looked, he was up by like 5 million or something like that.
5 million. Wow. I mean, something went wrong.
Oh yeah, and
it's my last. I mean, yeah, we know. My last question.
Wrong.
My last question: did the Dems lose, or the Democrat loss, or was it a Republican win?
It was a Trump win.
It was a Trump win.
You know what? You can't. I can no longer separate Trump from the Republican Party. He is y'all, and y'all is he.
Oh, so they all just won.
Yeah, I don't want to hear y'all anymore talking just so we can get our party back. That's your party right there. That's what you got. That's what you wanted. You done stepped and fetched it. Byron Donald. You done did it. Tim Scott. Well, I just love you. That's what you wanted. That's what you got.
Oh, man.
Mitch McConnell. He's such a dummy. But we on the same side now. Y'all is some punks. That's your party now. Yeah, you didn't get your darn party back. That's your party.
That's what I meant to say, wasn't it? I mean, whose party is
it? Love you.
That was funny.
It was a Trump win.
It was a Trump win.
Yeah.
A Trump win. Okay.
He could have gone against Jesus, and them dumb people would have voted for him.
So you saying Jesus would have lost?
Jesus is woke. We can't vote for him.
He does have a long hair.
He believe in universal health care. He like to feed the hungry. He's too woke. They have voted for Trump. Y'all mother father.
Oh my God. Man. I'm glad you're getting this out, man.
Man.
You ready? Let's move on to something fun. Let's end on a fun. We always leave on a fun note, right?
You mean we ain't had no fun yet?
You have. You've been. This is therapeutic, man, for you. I can tell. So I guess our kids are. You have a Gen Xer, and you have a millennial, right?
Yeah, I got a millennial.
And you got a Gen Xer. I got a Gen Xer. Yeah. So
what are we?
We're Gen. I'm sorry, we're Gen. What are we? We're Gen X. We're Gen X, right? Gen Z. Gen Z is the new kids. Gen Z is like your daughter, my youngest daughter.
So my son's what, a millennial?
I think he's a millennial because he's 30, right?
28.
Yeah, I think he's a millennial. Yeah. So they're entering the workforce. So let me play this clip.
Now I know I can't be the only one adjusting to Gen Z entering the professional workforce. It's rough. But Gen Zs, do y'all know y'all not the only ones having to adjust? And this is not a Gen Zs are so entitled, Gen Zs are so spoiled post. Because I don't think y'all entitled. I think y'all have had the privilege of having healthy boundaries. But us millennials and Gen Xers, we grew up in a speak when spoken to, stay in a child's place, do as I say, not as I do era, okay? We grew up in a time where therapy was not acknowledged nor encouraged, okay? Nobody was on a mental health journey when we was growing up, okay? So we're coming from a space where you have to earn respect when you walk through the door. And y'all are coming from a space where you're owed respect just by being a human being on this planet. But y'all bend a little, okay? Because we got to work it out. Y'all bend a little this way, we'll bend a little that way, and we'll meet in the middle. Because y'all can show us how to work all this AI and new technology, and we can show y'all some real life lessons that you're going to need to be successful.
So can we learn? First off, can they learn from us? Because I can see that. We had
everybody ought to be able to learn from somebody. Everybody ought to be able to learn. You see that one thing, I am just going to go back to the election briefly. They had to recount some votes somewhere because there was a bunch of young people that had voted Senate and they didn't know how to sign their name. So the signatures weren't matching up because they couldn't sign their name. So yeah, they could definitely learn something from us. And yeah, we can learn from them. Problem is, either one, we won't want to learn it from them because I don't want to learn nothing from no young punk. Or two, they'll teach us and we're in our mind, we'll be like, this is too hard. I can't do this.
So which one are you?
I'm
the second one. I don't want to do that too hard. Y'all, you do it.
Yeah, I'm much more towards the second than the first.
Me too. Yeah, I don't mind learning.
I'll learn something from somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're good at that kind of stuff, man. They can figure that out because they grew up on it. We grew up. Did they even have computers when you were in school? Probably not.
Like, man, they had that one big, but yeah, it wasn't like we wouldn't own them.
That's a chalkboard. Got it. You said that big. You said they had that big. I'm like, that's a chalkboard, man.
Did you hear what I said?
What?
I know what a chalkboard is.
Well, you did it though.
It was like a TRS-80 or some kind of.
Oh. They had this big thing.
Man, how old do you think I'm on?
I'm just saying, man. Dang. So yeah, so they didn't have computers. So we came from that generation.
Yeah, I mean, we knew what outside was.
That's true. They can learn that.
These kids go up where they don't know how to sign their name. They don't know how to tell time without a digital clock.
That's crazy. They don't know quarter. You can't say quarter past, 10 past, none of that. What's that?
And then, they ain't really had to learn to tie their shoes because they just slip them on in.
And curse.
A lot of life things that we learned, they ain't learned.
But again, we didn't teach them that. We didn't stress it.
No, we didn't stress it because we thought the teachers knew that at that point, we thought the teachers knew what they was doing.
Well, they had taken cursive out of schools at one point. So yeah. What do you do?
Then they bring in the new math. And the new math in my old mind didn't always get it along together.
New math. What was new math? Algebra?
Well, no, it was like a new way to do stuff. You still got the same daggone answer.
but they want to do it a different way.
That's not how you do it.
Wow. Yeah, so we can learn from each other. They get a Gen Z. They get a lot of flack for being lazy. Their work ethic isn't good. I don't know if that's the case. I don't think I think they work different.
They work different. They work different.
They work smarter.
I think this was Gen Z.
Gen Z, yeah.
I think millennials are worse workers than Gen Z.
Well, what?
Millennials.
Millennials, man.
Yeah, they are.
What talking about?
I think they're worse workers than Gen Z.
You think so? Why you say that?
Because I used to have a lot where I was. I'd have a lot of them working.
Millennials.
Yeah. Man, they was terrible.
What was it?
Because they didn't care. They just didn't care. Like that girl on the phone when she got that call. Wow, 12 minutes. Wow.
Oh, when she was late, yeah.
Yeah, that's their mindset, man.
But we come from an era where people try to stay at jobs for a long period of time and try to work, for 20, 30 years. Well, they work a job for maybe a couple years. Say it again.
That's our parent.
Well, I think we took some of that. I think so. Well, some of us.
But they're unicorns when you see when.
Say what?
Yeah, we might stay at a job 10 years, but they're unicorns when you see them work one place and retire from that one place.
Yeah. Maybe we didn't take that. But it's gotten worse. They'll stay somewhere for a year, 2 years,
4 months. Yeah,
they look at jobs as kind of a stepping stone to better things.
Yeah. They're different.
They're different.
Yeah, millennials. They Yeah, I think Gen Z's is better.
Let me ask you: do you think shame has gone away in society? And I'm gonna play this. This is interesting. I want your point of view on this one.
Remove reality,
shame,
and remove shame. So now it's like everybody is extraordinary victims. As soon as you say something, man, listen, man, you gotta stop getting high, man. You want some dumps? Come on, man. He doing him, man. You can't just judge him like that, man. He doing him. No, you a junkie, nigga. You a fiend, nigga. You got dope in your body. You a fiend, nigga. That always been the story. Oh no, she just doing her shit. No, she's a whore. No, don't call her that. You can't. She doing her that. No, everybody got all these words to slide out of accountability.
Do you think accountability is gone? Can you say something to somebody nowadays without them being like taking it the wrong way? Can you give constructive criticism?
She a whore. How can you take that the wrong way? Ain't but one way to take that, buddy.
But it is what it is. If it's real, if you see a young lady out here that's being that way, and that's somebody close to you, could you say that?
Are we going back to the sluts and hoe culture that you brought up the other week?
No. You just want to say that. No, I'm being serious. I'm being real. You think society has gotten too sensitive where you can't even pull somebody's coattail and be like, hey, bro, you messing up. I feel like you can do that with me.
That's different, though.
Why?
It's different. It's different me pulling you to the side and saying, hey, bro, that I see you got some issues there. I want to try to help you. It's another thing for me to pull you over and say, hey, you a dope head. It's different. You know what? Because the reality is, I already know I'm a dope head.
So you saying that's the approach. So you saying it's the approach.
Yeah. So a loose woman, she already knows she loose. Why don't you try to help her instead of calling her a hoe or a whore? That's even worse. It's even worse to be called a whore than a hoe.
But you think that's the people, it's how people receive it. Like people receive it like, hey man, you shouldn't even say nothing to that person. They're saying it's the people on the outside be like, man, don't even say nothing to them. Like they just doing them. They just doing them. She that's what she want to do. Stay out of the business.
That's the problem with our society now, though.
That's really what they were saying. Like, hey, you don't need to tell him he's like that, man. Just let him do his thing.
No. Don't let him do his thing. If you can help him, if you and me are in a car and you driving, I'm on the passenger seat, and you driving into a ditch and you're not paying attention. Don't you want me to tell you, hey, you going into a ditch?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, same thing.
Yeah, it is. But I think people, what they're saying is like people are to the point where they're going to do what they want to do.
Live and let live.
Live and let live. That's the society we live in.
How we end up in the era of Trump.
Oh, God. How did this go back to Trump? How?
Because people don't care for one another anymore. All they care about is how's it going to benefit me. There was a time when people cared about each other. That time is no longer.
You might be onto something there.
It's a shame.
Now that part, I can get with that because you're right. Because it's to a point now where morality is out the door.
They don't care.
It's all about me. It's a me society.
And that's why we're headed down the pathway we're headed. Because people don't care about anybody else. There's no way. Yeah, I'm going to bring it back. There's no way if we cared about people other than ourselves that Donald Trump would have been elected. If we cared about the human family of the planet, but all I care about is that my eggs are cheaper.
But this is where we are.
Yep, and I'm still bitter about it.
Go to the store. Hey, in January, make sure you go get some eggs. They're gonna be cheaper.
I'm gonna check the price of everything. I'm gonna check the price of gas.
I know you are. If
I am.
If it go up a little bit, you're gonna be there to say something at you. Gas went up.
And I'm waiting till January 20th. He said before he even take office, he gonna stop his war. All right, but it clocks on. Tick tock, tick tock. That's what you said.
Oh boy,
that's what you said.
No, you funny, man. Accountability, huh? You gonna hold him so accountable.
Balls to the wall, buddy. I can't. Every time I'm pointed out. See, another lie he told y'all.
For 4 years, you're gonna do this.
Yep. And every time, my baby ain't ever hurt nobody. Did he vote for Trump? I don't want to hear it. Like, I'm done, bro. I'm done.
You done? I know. Because somehow that topic went from back. We got on here. You slick. You ain't slick, man. You ain't slick. Oh boy.
Man, I gotta get it out. I gotta get it out.
Get it out, man. Anything else you want to get out?
I'm afraid to do it at work.
No, don't do it at work.
Because it ain't gonna end well. I done let two things slip. I don't let him slide. So that day he talking about, I heard him. Daddy's home. I heard him.
Wait a minute. Somebody said Daddy's home talking about Trump.
Yeah. I heard him in there. Then I heard him the next day. I don't know what they was talking about. I heard one of them say, I thought we voted her out. Now we got to deal with her till January. How dumb are you anyway? What did you think of that election that he was just going to be president? She was going to have to go away. I let it go. I let it go twice.
Oh,
man,
please don't go off at work. Please
don't.
I
got no animals. Or no babies.
No babies.
Ain't you glad I ain't got no animals, no babies?
Oh yeah.
I get on the podcast, beat the kids.
Yeah, please don't do that. Yeah, that's just you gotta let it go, man. What's it gonna take? What will it take for you to move forward?
I'm not gonna
don't say nothing crazy.
Yeah,
I just thought about what I asked. Matter of fact, let's just not even.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say it.
But anyway, man, we're gonna be all right. Are you okay? Do you need to get anything else? You want to tell our audience? Give our audience some kind words, man. Hello?
If you voted for Trump, it's okay for us not to see eye to eye, but I hope you get what you deserve.
What kind of, that ain't positive.
I'm positive this is what they wanted. This is what they wanted.
All right, man.
So I hope you get everything you want.
There you go.
Remember what all he said he was going to do. And that means you wanted it.
That's what you're going to leave us with.
God is still on the throne.
That's better. He is.
He was on the throne during slavery too.
I did notice a lot of religious comments and posts on social media since this happened. I see a lot of people have gotten super religious over the last week. And that's cool. Like they're just posting a lot of God is still in charge. God is still on the throne. You know, God will see this country through. Just stuff like that. So maybe this will bring our society closer to God. Possibly.
Yeah, because he's bringing us closer to death.
Just forget. I tried. I get it.
God is still on the throne. God was on the throne during the slavery days too. God was on the throne during Jim Crow too. Let's stop putting God to the place where you got to start making these people pay for what they did. Yeah, God is always God. God is always love. God is always going to love you, but people going to get what people want. Don't be blaming God when this stuff break loose. God gave you what you asked for. Read it. Read your Bible. Read your Bible. The people, they wanted a king so bad because everybody else had a king. And God didn't want them to have no king. But they was like, God, we want a king. We want a king. And God gave them Saul. And Saul wasn't nothing but a problem. So much to where God said, I regret I even let that fool be king. This is what you wanted. God give us Trump. God give us Trump. God give us Trump. You got it now. I can't see your face. Where you at?
I had to check out for a minute. Gee. Oh man. Hey man. I'm glad you got that out, man. When we do our next pod, you know, maybe something we can talk about other stuff other than Trump. Right, Crystal? Somewhere in the background.
Yeah, in here. She glad I'm talking to you about it, so I ain't got to talk to her about it. That's why she sat at the funeral home the other day and just sat there.
She did.
Like, let him keep talking, so I ain't got to hear it.
She's like, get it out. She was wanting you to get all that out. You did. It was good. Yeah.
I got more, but wait, there's more.
Oh, all right, man. Well, good pod.
Yeah, man. Hey, with what life has thrown us, this is what you get.
I know, man. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna get better, man.
It's gonna get better.
It's gonna get better, man. Something happened the other day. You know, I do some personal training on the side, so I was at a park, and I was waiting for my clients to show up, and there was a dog. It was running through the park. It was running through the park. It was like gone. I was like, God, that's a fast dog. And the lady said, yeah, it's a funny thing about my dog. My dog's name is Liberty. I said, oh, that's a patriotic name, Liberty. I was like, oh, that's cool. So she said, yes, funny thing, my dog, we got it from the shelter, and we noticed a lump in its chest. And I was like, oh, that's sad. I said, what was it? She said it was a bullet. He said, found out it was a bullet in the dog's chest. Yeah. And I was like, wow, and you didn't even know. She said, yeah, the dog had been running around with a bullet in his chest because it got from the shelter, but they just had surgery. The dog had surgery, so they got it out, and the dog was just running free. Like it was because it hadn't been able to run because of the surgery. So the point of my story is
there's no moral to this.
Right now, Liberty has a bullet in his chest.
He got a foot in his butt, what he got.
But we will run again. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Right now, it feels like a bullet in our chest. We feel like that dog Liberty. But we'll run again. We'll be all right. We're gonna make it. That really happened. I wanted to share that. Really did. I said, I gotta tell this. This is so symbolic, man. A dog named Liberty with a 45 bullet shell in his chest.
And now we got a 45 and a 47.
See what I mean? You see where I'm going? This is profound, right?
Yeah, it was deep.
Huh?
Yeah, that was deep.
Whatever, man. We out of here, man.
It was a good story, man. It was a good story. It was. I just ain't in the mood for uplifting story.
I know you ain't.
It was a good story.
I know you mad right now. It's all right, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you as always, even on a day like this.
All right, man. Love you, man.
I love you too, man. That's been another episode of Culture No Cap. Subscribe, like, comment. Peace.
There ain't gonna be no peace.
Bye.